everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be unboxing the Makselife quarterly companion goal notebooks. These were available for pre-order. I think it was back in October maybe, or like early November. I can't remember, but I just got mine today, so I'm really excited to finally have them in my hands. These were, I think, $48, I think. And I already have a planner that I love to use and didn't want to buy the entire Makselife planner because I knew that I wouldn't use the other parts of the planner. So I was super excited when these goal setting notebooks were made available. They are, of course, there are 4 of them, 1 for each quarter. And they have everything basically in them with the exception of the weekly spreads. So in the package, I got a card from Makselife that just says, "A fresh start, a new beginning. We are honored to support your journey in 2021." And it shows how you find them on social media. And then this really colorful quote card that says, "Don't be pushed around by the fears in your mind. Be led by the dreams in your heart." Okay, so then you have an extra little book here. I'm not sure what this... Okay, goal setting steps and instructions. So this tells you then, I guess, how to fill out the goal workbooks. So in the Makselife Facebook group, they made available some of the sheets that you needed to go ahead and start working on your goals, which was really great because I'm actually in a really good place to start this planner now, even though it came a little later than what other people got their Makselife planners. So it kind of gives you some information about what is why Makselife, and then what is Makselife. And it's just a note signed by Sierra Friend, who is a life coach founder and then also creative director of Makselife. So it tells you how to get started. It tells you how to go through the compass assessment, setting intentions, annual goals and visions, monthly goals and weekly actions, monthly reflections, and quarterly review. Also on Makselife's YouTube channel, they've been doing every week a series where they walk you through. It's Sierra and then also Darian. I think it's Darian Plans is her IG name. Where they're walking you through different parts of the process. So apparently in this first book is where you do all of your compass assessment, and yeah. So it tells you how to complete the compass assessment. This is where you would shade in what numbers you got after you do the assessment scoring, which I've already done all that, so it'll be really easy just to transfer everything from my sheets that I've been working on to this. This is just a smaller format. These are actually an A5 size, and all of the pages are perforated, which is really nice if you want to take them out. So then you have your intentions page. Again, I've already filled this out, and then a spot for you to put your 2021 word of the year. Then it gives you some things to consider when setting goals, some advice on how to commit to goals, reviewing your goals, and removing goals if you find yourself feeling like you failed or if the goal no longer resonates with you. And basically the whole thing about Makselife, which I love, is giving yourself permission, like it says here, to reassess, adjust, or replace it with a goal that's more motivating for you. I've learned a lot by being in the Makselife Facebook group. And I highly recommend that if you have the planner or considering getting the planner, to join the group. It is a lot of very inspirational, very, what am I trying to say? They just kind of push, help push you along and encouraging and all of that. So then it gives you some tips on how to write your goals. Keep your goals short and memorable. 3 to 10 words are ideal. And then it gives you 3 types of goals. And again, in the Facebook group, they talk about these things, and also on the YouTube channel where they've been doing the series, they talk about stretch goals, progress goals, and maintenance goals. And then it takes you over, this is a lot more information than is actually available in the files in the Facebook group. So this is going to be really interesting to read through because it might actually give me cause to possibly change some of my goals that I've written down. This is a really nice sheet that was also available in the Facebook group. It gives you things to consider in each area of life when writing your goals. So for instance, in personal, you should take into consideration things like self-image, self-worth, mental stimulation, fulfillment, creativity, perspective, those types of things. And it gives you examples in each of the 8 areas of life. So then this gives you, this is a space to create a list, mind map of ideas, dreams, and goals for the upcoming year. I don't know if this has oh, it does have the vision board. Okay. So then here we go into the annual goals. You have a space for annual goals in each of the 8 areas of life. And then you have your vision board. I'm actually very excited about doing the vision board, and I'll probably end up doing it on camera. I actually already have all of my stuff printed out and things that I want to put in here, so I'm really, really looking forward to it. And then on the last page of this little mini book, you have goal setting quick tips, and it just gives you some tips for each type of goal, I'm guessing. Let's see, make this space your own. The objectives are growth and learning. Create a ritual for intentionally planning your week ahead of time. Make goals short and simple. Review your annual goals, intentions, and vision boards at least once a month to stay anchored to your vision for a year, and so on. So that is the first book in the package here. So now you have the 4 quarterly books. So they're just different colors. This one says Just Begin. This one says Dare to Dream. This one says Good Things Are Coming. And then this one says Hold On to Your Vision. So I'm assuming that all of these are pretty much the same, except for possibly maybe the last one, because it has probably like a yearly like wrap up maybe. We'll see. So let's just go ahead and go through the first one. So these are supposed to lay flat, so we're going to see. I'm sure you have to kind of train it a little bit. I don't want to like really force it too much. So you have the definition of Moxie in here. And then you move on to the monthly spread. So you do have a monthly spread in here, just not the weekly pages. And then you have an area for your monthly goals in each area of life. And also one thing to note is that this is undated. So you can really start them anytime you want. And then you go into your weekly actions, and ahead of that you just have a blank sheet of dot grid for however you want to use it. So then we have weekly actions for each of the 8 areas, and then basically it's just like that. You get weekly actions for each week of that particular month. So you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks in each section. And then you go into monthly reflections. And then you also have another page of dot grid here. I will say I don't like the way that this book is doing as I open it up. I don't know how long it will last because it's already starting to like come apart from the spine there. So I don't know how that is going to work actually, because I've just now cracked into it, and it's kind of, see, like when you open it, it's forcing that back piece away from the back of the book. So I don't know how I'm going to like that, but we'll see. And you see how it's now like off center, like when you open it, it's kind of cockeyed like a little bit. That is kind of annoying, to be honest. So that is a bummer. Yeah, I don't like that at all. It's not cool. Anyway, so then you have at the end of your first book, you have your quarterly compass where you can go and reassess each area of your life, see if anything has changed, see if anything has increased, decreased, or stayed the same. So you put your current number here and your previous number here, and then it just gives you some questions to answer, and then you have some pages of dot grid. So I don't want to be like a stick in the mud about this, but I mean, the journals were, I mean, for what they are, they're kind of expensive at $48. And I don't really like the way that that is doing. So I'm assuming that it is going to do that on each one of them. Actually, no, like it doesn't do that on this one. It does a little bit, but not as bad as the first one. So on the second book, you have, there's not a quarterly, yeah, there is. So you have a quarterly compass. Everything else is going to be the same. Then you have your quarterly compass at the end. Then in this one, same thing. You have the quarterly compass at the end. Everything in the front is going to be pretty much the same. And this one, everything else should be the same, with the exception of maybe the end. Yep, you have your quarterly compass there as well. So I'm going to give these a go. Like I said, the opening of the first book kind of bums me out a little bit because I feel like this one doesn't do it. But at the same time, I don't know how well they're going to hold up. They're like stitched in here. The stitching is pretty far spaced apart. And they do lay flat pretty okay. I mean, you're going to have to train them a little bit more to lay flat. And another thing to mention is there is a pocket in the back of each one of these. So I'm going to give them a go and see what happens. Okay, so I wanted to go ahead and interject really quick in this video and give a little update because I was a little harsh on the notebooks. So what I did is I had seen someone in the Makselife Facebook group put their companion notebooks on discs. So that's what I decided to do. Now, what I did was on the smaller notebook that had all of the compass assessment and your annual goals and all of that, I took that and made a cover out of it. Now, I have a laminator that will punch 10 mil, or that will laminate 10 mil laminate. So what I do is I just cut this down to the size that I wanted it. I went ahead before I laminated it and laminated it with my Happy Planner punch because that's the only kind of punch that I have for disc bound. So that I would have my tool, that I would have the marks there. And then what I did was then took a hole punch and then punched out each of the like mushroom shapes and then clipped the thing right there, the stem. So yeah, all I have is the Happy Planner punch. I don't have one that will punch through 10 mil laminate, but I have a cover now that is very thick for this. So I made myself a cover out of the out of that one book. So it's front and back. I put it on backwards. I need to take that off and redo it, but that's the back one. I just need to turn it around. And then I put it on some Happy Planner discs that I had. These really pretty like teal color. They were on a previous Happy Planner that I had a long time ago because I thought it looked really good with the blue stripes. And I'll probably cut some vinyl and like put my name on it. But this holds the entire year, and I don't see myself using a lot of stickers in here, so I think that it will be just fine. Now, the only thing is I cut my cover. It feels a little too short, but I mean, it's okay. I should have extended the laminate maybe at least a tiny bit further beyond the pages, but it works. So what it did is I put all of the quarters up front. So my first page is where you put your name, and then it goes into the first month. Now, I will say, because when you take the pages out, they are perforated. So when you take them out along that perforation and you punch them, it goes into a little bit of Wednesday and Thursday. Again, like that doesn't bother me. It doesn't do too bad in here, like for your monthly goals. You still have plenty of room to write. And the same thing on your weekly actions. It goes into that one just a tiny bit, and the red one and the purple one. But that's really it. And it's like, it works perfectly. And then what I did is I put the goal section where you map out all your goals in the very back. So I have this section right here where it talks about getting started and your life compass and all of that. That is in the very back. So just another option if you would rather have it as a situation where you can remove the pages to write on easier, or you just would rather prefer another way to use it, this is something that you can do. And if you don't have a laminator that will laminate 10 mil laminate, you can go ahead and like punch your cover, take it to Office Depot or somewhere that will laminate 10 mil will laminate with 10 mil, and have them do it, but make sure you punch your cover first so that you'll have the markings for where you need to punch the holes. So yeah, I absolutely love it now. And also the cool thing about it is now it will turn over on itself, and that way I can have it out on my desk and be able to see my monthly goals, my weekly action items as I'm going through the week. So just wanted to interject into the video because I know that I was like a little harsh on it, and just wanted to show everybody what I came up with. It was actually in the Facebook group first, but I just ran with that idea and made my own cover for it. So that's going to do it, and we'll get back to wherever the video continues from here. But there we have it. So take my review however you would like to take it. I do love them. I think the concept is amazing, and I truly do appreciate the people in the Facebook group and the advice and the YouTube channel and all of that. I just feel like maybe the goal notebooks, like this one especially, maybe it's just a glitch on that particular notebook because the other ones didn't seem to do that. But I mean, I'm not 100% like upset about it. It's just I have a very hard time, like if I see something and then that's like what I focus on. So I saw that, and now that's what I'm going to focus on for now. But anyway, so like I said, please don't hate on the video because I'm not hating on the company. I'm just making an observation about what happened to my particular book. So thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please consider giving me a thumbs up and also subscribing to my channel if you haven't already. Thanks so much, and I will see you in my next video.